Hey guys, what's up? Sermo11 here, and today I will be doing my first impressions on the Nintendo Switch 2. I got a chance to play it the other day. It's in the store. If you go to it might be a GameStop, I don't know, but like GameStop or like Best Buy. It's at Walmart. I know it's at Walmart for sure, but I think it's like Target, Walmart, Best Buy, maybe GameStop. Those sort of places, I would recommend like calling up there beforehand. I think the only ones I know for sure are Walmart and Target. So if you have one of those stores around you or within the vicinity, I guess, check them out. I was going to record this first before the Pokemon video, but I made a mistake and I just started recording the Pokemon video. This was supposed to come out first, but the Pokemon information is what's coming out in a few days, so I guess that's more relevant. But I'll kind of have some relevant information in this video too, so I don't know. Anyways, the Nintendo Switch 2. I got to play it. I saw it in the store. There's only 2 demos on there, Mario Kart World and Donkey Kong Bananza. I wish they had more demos. The way the kiosk is set up, you can play those 2 games, and then there's trailers showing off the other games. I don't know why they don't just have all of them on there, but I guess Nintendo shows off Nintendo products. I think if Nintendo came to a third-party company and they're like, hey, we want to use your game to show off the Nintendo Switch 2 in stores, I think they would obviously agree to that, but I'm guessing Nintendo only wants to show off their stuff in a playable capacity for whatever reason. I guess they just want to promote their own company. But Nintendo Switch 2. So in the store, they had a Pro Controller set up, and they also had the joycons in the grip. Now, I just played with the grip. It was on the right side. I just played with that. The first thing I noticed, the Joy-Cons are a lot bigger, and when you have them in the grip, it's a bigger controller now. So I would say the Joy-Cons with the grip feels more like an actual controller now, just because of like how big it is. I know that some people might not have liked having the Joy-Cons, the original Joy-Cons in a grip. You know, maybe it was too small for their hands or something like that. But I think this is nice. It feels nice. The Pro Controller's there. It's black and like white or silver. It feels good. You know, the Pro Controller, like if you have a Pro Controller, you already know like it's good quality, and I imagine this is just better. I didn't use that. Since I already have the original Pro Controller, and the Joy-Cons felt fine. I wanted to use the Joy-Cons, and I did, and I enjoyed using them. So, starting things out, I forgot which one I started with. I think I started with Donkey Kong, but I don't know. I don't know which one I started off with, but we're going to start off with Donkey Kong. I thought Donkey Kong was pretty cool. Not too big into the 3D Mario games. To give like a history, I've played Odyssey. I played all Odyssey. I like that. I played a little bit of Galaxy. My friend gave me access to his copy, and I like Galaxy. I never finished it. And then I've also had access to Bowser's Fury, which I played and beat, but I didn't love it. I know some people really liked Bowser's Fury. I prefer taking control of the enemies and not being in like a big open world like Bowser's Fury. So that was my problem with Bowser's Fury. And Bowser's Fury just kind of felt like a demo. It felt like them just kind of like trying out some software and like getting some reactions on it and seeing like how people felt about that. But for me, I want Cappy to return in the next 3D Mario title. But it's been so long since Super Mario Odyssey, I don't really see that happening. I think that destroying things in the Donkey Kong game, as Donkey Kong, it's nice. I felt very powerful. You feel very powerful because Donkey Kong just destroys everything that's in his path. But I have this thing with like games where you're like building, or you can like explore, you can destroy things. The magic just kind of wore off for that. So when I was talking to my friend about my experiences with playing Donkey Kong, I liken Donkey Kong to like a Minecraft where you're digging. Like if you just start Minecraft right now, you started without any like pre-existing knowledge, you might want to explore a little bit. You probably want to break the ground. I like breaking the ground. You break it more and more. You get to a point where the ground is a little bit harder to break, and that's kind of when I start to lose interest in Minecraft. You know, it's just kind of like, I understand there's other stuff to do in the game. I'm not really like super interested in that stuff, but just kind of hit a limit to like where I don't want to destroy everything in the game. You know, I just kind of get a little bored, and that was kind of my fear with Donkey Kong, because I just knew like that's just not really the type of thing that I like. So when I played the demo at first, I was like, oh man, this is really cool. I like destroying all this stuff. If I was playing it, I was kind of in a rush when I was playing it at the store, so I didn't play as much as I wanted to, but I just felt like the magic of destroying everything just kind of wore off very fast, because it seems like the game is meant for you to destroy stuff. You're meant to break stuff. They want you to explore through this area and everything and collect these collectibles, but for me, like, it's a platforming game. And, you know, having a little bit of that is cool, but I also want to just platform. And it seems like that is in the game, but I just kind of like feel like if the game doesn't require it, I'm probably not going to like destroy everything in my path just to like get a banana. Some kind of banana just for like a digital like collection system or something. I just don't care that much. I just want to play the game. I just want to explore. I don't want to like break all this stuff. So that's just like, I know Nintendo probably they intend for you. They want you to do this. They want you to like figure stuff out. They want you to have fun, break stuff, go here and there. I just want to platform and explore. So that's just kind of like my thing. I did rush to get out of the opening area. You've seen the opening area in the Donkey Kong like trailers and everything. I don't think they've shown too much of the game, but I rushed to get out of that area. I wanted to like fight some enemies, and I was disappointed, at least in the demo, because maybe this is early on in the game, but Donkey Kong easily destroyed the enemies with ease. There was one enemy that might be like a little bit difficult for the beginning of the game, because you have to like pick up the rock and like throw it at it, because otherwise you seemingly can't damage it. So there's that. I felt like the controls were a little bit weird. I saw like another video, and they're kind of like thinking about the controls logically, and like Nintendo didn't have like the jump button be what the jump button is normally in video games. But they have it that way to like, at least like the way this channel was explaining it, because you can go up. You can go up, so up is the, what would it be? X or something? X or Y? Whichever one's at the top. I think it's X, but I don't know. I think that's the jump button, because you can go up. But I could be wrong. But yeah. It's set up like that, kind of. I would have preferred to play more. I didn't like what I played, but they kind of just I feel like I didn't reach the time, but there's a time limit on the demos in the store. I don't know why. Maybe so like some guys just like not standing there all day. I think it would be better if you like reach a certain point in the demo so other people could play after that, but they're really trying to get you out of there. I'm not sure how many people would just like stand in a store and play a demo, but I'm sure there's someone out there that'll surprise me and like, oh, I spent 2 hours playing the demo in Walmart. Here's my analysis of it, you know. But I imagine someone who's not like crazy or doesn't have like all the time in the world, they probably wouldn't play all that long in the store. I'm gonna see if I had any more thoughts on Donkey Kong. Let me see. I thought the camera was bad. I didn't really like the camera. I don't know what was going on with the camera, but when you're in like the mining area, and you're like digging holes and stuff and like doing all that, the camera kind of goes a little crazy, and it's not like behind Donkey Kong. Sometimes it'll be like above or like superimposed on him. So I didn't like that. I don't know how that happened, but I don't even know if that's a common complaint. I didn't watch too many reviews. I'd prefer to play it myself, so I don't know what's going on there, but I do not like that, and I hope they fix the camera. I usually don't complain about cameras in video games, but like weird angles and stuff like that, sometimes that can make people sick, so please work on that. Moving on to Mario Kart World. Let me see, what do we have here? So, Mario Kart World, I thought it was okay. I don't mean to be that guy, but it's just more Mario Kart. And it kind of seemed like Mario Kart 8 was the better game. So, in the store, they only have the Grand Prix mode. I think I did like 2 races. I don't think I did like a full Grand Prix, but it doesn't really matter. I just wasn't really into it. Mario Kart's been a thing where it's like, I like Mario Kart. At a point, I used to like Mario Kart more than Smash Brothers, but I think that Mario Kart, I guess Smash Bros. Just became more important the better I got at the game. Whereas Mario Kart kind of just evolved into like a friends-only game. Really, both of them are friends-only games because for some reason Nintendo can't put out good single-player for those games. But yeah, they've become like friend-only games. And I don't really play my copy of Mario Kart unless like someone asks to play, or I say I want to play Mario Kart. Because it just kind of gets boring. And then I don't know, the fact that they put out new tracks, the fact that I got the game within the last like 3 years, it just feels very recent to me. So it's like, oh, we're already getting a new Mario Kart. Obviously, I know Mario Kart 8 Deluxe came out years ago, but it's like, oh, already a new Mario Kart. And I don't know, I just wasn't really feeling it. I didn't get to play Knockout Tour. I wanted to play Knockout Tour. I didn't get to play the open world. I wanted to play that so I could better give my opinions, but the open world, you know, I've heard at least like people didn't really like it. So like there's not, you know, like there's those objectives and stuff, but otherwise there's nothing else to do. You know, a lot of people were predicting like a story mode because it's like, why is this game $80? It seems like it's not worth $80, at least based on some of the things that people have been saying. So I don't know. I think it very much looks like Mario Kart. Like, I felt like both of these games look good, but the thing is, like, I didn't see, like, oh, man, this is next generation or something. And I think the thing is, like, Nintendo has a graphical style with their games that looks good no matter what. So, you know, Mario's going to look good whether if it's on a Switch, a Wii U, or a Nintendo Switch 2. It also can be the TV, because the TV has to be capable of higher resolutions to show off, you know, like the resolution that the console can hit. So it just looked, you know, it looked the same to me. It didn't look bad, you know. I don't even care about all that stuff. I'm just mentioning it to mention it. I don't care. It looks good at the end of the day, but some people, you know, oh, it's not 4K, you know. It's not streaming directly into my eyeballs. So, you know, for those people. But I noticed like some of this stuff like I've seen in videos and stuff, so like me playing the game has only like confirmed it. But like some of the tracks, there's just like straight lines. There's like just straight parts of the track with no curves or anything like that. I didn't like that. The lanes can be very wide since they've added 24 racers. Don't like that either. The carts and the bikes, I noticed like before the round starts, they start moving on their own. I don't know what that is for. I don't know if it's like, oh, we're in the open world. Is it because of that or something? For some reason, they just start before the race starts. And then like the countdown actually begins and then they start going. So I don't know what was up with that. And I don't think the laps were the same. I saw some people saying like you don't play like 3 laps of the same track. You play like 1 lap and you like go somewhere else or something like that. And people kind of miss like the classic 3 laps of Mario Kart. So I don't know. That's a complaint I've heard. I can't really confirm that one. It seems like they have made some changes that people don't really like. I don't like the characters, the costumes being like separate characters. It seems kind of like making the roster seem bigger than it is. And I don't know if those characters are like different, if they have like different stats or something like that. Even if they do, I don't care. There should be a better way of doing that. At least like introduce more characters. I know they're doing like a lot of enemies and stuff, but I want to see more like named Mario characters. Like you can use like Paper Mario. You can use like the 3D Mario games. You can use I don't know if there's anyone like in the 2D Mario games to really choose from. Those are like the enemies. So, but use like characters that can talk or antagonize or like other heroes and stuff. Super Mario RPG, use some of those characters, you know. I'd like to see like Link come back. I'd like to see Kirby, because why was Kirby in a trailer? It might have been a Smash Bros. Trailer, but that's a good idea. Put Kirby in the game. Why not? Captain Falcon. I think they put his bike in. They put his vehicle in there. Why not put Captain Falcon in there? Put Samus in there. It doesn't have to be Nintendo Kart, but you can choose pick and choose a few characters. You don't have to put in like Pikachu. I like Pikachu, but you don't have to put in Pikachu. So, you know, those are my thoughts. But yeah, I like the system. I don't think I would get one right now. I'm waiting for like an exclusive Pokemon game, because at that point I have to get it. So there's an emote in Fortnite that they're giving exclusively to Nintendo Switch 2 users that buy the console. I think you have to get the console before March of next year. So I was hoping to at least get it before March of next year. I don't really need a Nintendo Switch 2 right now. I would like for Nintendo to actually have every game be playable on the system, because some games I own, I believe, are still not playable on the system, or they have some issues. So they're still working on that. I believe the list is very short now, so that's pretty cool. I think most of the titles are playable. So I'm looking forward to that, and I'll just be waiting a little bit for the system. I'm hoping to get it before March. So that's my current plan for the system, but if you guys are interested in the Nintendo Switch 2 and you have any questions or anything like that, I can try to answer them, but I didn't get enough time with the system to like be like an expert on it or something. But I can talk about what I played of Mario Kart. I can talk about what I played with Donkey Kong. I can talk about the controller, but really I've told you guys all that stuff in the video. So are you picking up the Nintendo Switch 2, or are you curious and you want to go to the store and check out a demo? Anyways, that's it for me. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed. If you like my content and want to see more, be sure to subscribe. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter and like me on Facebook. The links are below. I'm Sir 11. See you next time, and peace out.